In a rapidly evolving tech landscape, Elon Musk continues to capture headlines not just for his groundbreaking innovations but also for the tumultuous financial maneuvers surrounding his ventures. Recent developments have unveiled a complex web of investor sentiment with significant implications for Tesla's valuation and Musk's various business pursuits. Elon Musk's recent decision to step back from his involvement with Dogecoin has seemingly revitalized Tesla's stock, lifting its market capitalization by an astonishing $158 billion in just a matter of days. This rebound can be traced back to Musk's declaration during Tesla's Q1 earnings call on April 24, where he assured investors that he would be dedicating more time to the electric vehicle manufacturer. Following this announcement, Tesla's shares surged over 20% within a 3-day span, bolstering investor confidence and restoring a portion of the wealth that had been lost since the stock's peak last December. However, it's essential to contextualize this remarkable rise. While the spike in Tesla's valuation reflects a renewed optimism among shareholders, it also raises questions about the sustainability of such growth. Analysts point out that a significant portion of Tesla's current market cap, reportedly over $850 billion, can be attributed to what is termed the Elon Musk Hope Premium. This premium is based on future promises and potential products that have yet to materialize. In the last 4 quarters, Tesla's actual earnings from its core business of electric vehicles and batteries have been modest, amounting to merely $3.5 billion, with the company even reporting a loss in Q1. The implications of this situation are profound. To satisfy investor expectations and deliver a 10% annual return over the next 7 years, Tesla would need to double its market cap to $1.84 trillion. This would necessitate an annual growth rate in profits of 50%, a target that appears increasingly ambitious given the current financial landscape. As Musk's ventures continue to garner both fervent support and skepticism, the pressure mounts for him to deliver tangible results rather than promises. In parallel to Tesla's stock saga, other tech giants are making strategic shifts that reflect a broader industry trend of independence from Musk's influence. Amazon, for instance, is reportedly investing heavily in satellite technology to reduce its reliance on Musk's SpaceX for internet connectivity. This move underscores a growing desire among major corporations to carve out their own paths in the competitive tech space, signaling a potential shift in the dynamics of power and innovation. Moreover, recent reports indicate that Wall Street banks have sold off the final portion of Musk's debt linked to his acquisition of X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter. This sale marks a significant turning point in Musk's financial dealings, as it reflects both a resolution of debt and a strategic pivot as he navigates the complexities of his multifaceted business empire. As these narratives unfold, investors, analysts, and tech enthusiasts alike are keenly watching how Musk will balance his ambitious projects while addressing the mounting concerns regarding profitability and sustainability. The coming months will likely reveal whether the recent stock surge for Tesla is a temporary spike fueled by optimism or a sign of a more stable trajectory for the company. As Musk continues to navigate the intricate relationships between his ventures and investor expectations, the tech landscape remains poised for further developments that could reshape the industry. As the United States enters the second term of Donald Trump's presidency, his administration's ambitious initiative, the Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE), spearheaded by tech magnate Elon Musk, has come under scrutiny. In the first 100 days of this unconventional governance approach, the ramifications of DOGE's policies have ignited a fierce debate about the efficacy and consequences of its strategies. Musk, who famously wielded a chainsaw while addressing attendees at the Conservative Political Action Conference earlier this year, has been granted sweeping powers to reshape the federal workforce. This includes the controversial authority to terminate federal employees without cause and access confidential information of millions of Americans. Critics argue that this has led to a chaotic restructuring of government operations, often with little regard for the long-term implications. In conversations with experts from Wired magazine, the impact of DOGE's initiatives has been laid bare. McKenna Kelly, a politics reporter, highlighted the vast authority Musk now wields and the resulting upheaval within federal agencies. The department claims to have achieved $150 billion in savings through layoffs, canceling contracts, and shuttering agencies like USAID. However, Jessica Riedel from the Manhattan Institute pointed out that these savings fall drastically short of the initial $2 trillion promise made by Musk during the campaign, with only about $5 billion in verified savings, less than 0.1% of total federal spending. The nonprofit Partnership for Public Service estimates that the chaos wrought by DOGE, including mass firings and subsequent rehiring, has cost taxpayers as much as $135 billion. Critics emphasize that the administration's approach has largely ignored major spending categories, such as Social Security and health insurance, which together account for nearly half of federal expenditures. Instead, DOGE has focused on discretionary spending, which constitutes just 1/3 of total annual expenditures. Data from the Center for Budget and Policy Priorities reveals that federal spending has actually increased compared to previous years, contradicting the administration's narrative of fiscal restraint. Brendan Duke from the center noted that despite the cuts, overall spending has risen, underscoring the ineffectiveness of the administration's cost-cutting measures. While some experts acknowledge that there is indeed waste and fraud to target within the federal budget, they caution that an effective approach requires initial investments in oversight and expertise. Bobby Kogan, who previously served as a budget advisor in the Biden administration, argued that the current administration's strategy of indiscriminate cuts could ultimately hinder efforts to identify and rectify fraud effectively. As Congress prepares for upcoming budget discussions, the future of DOGE remains uncertain. The potential for cuts to politically sensitive areas like Medicaid and the Children's Health Insurance Program looms large, and the political ramifications of such decisions could be significant. In summary, the initial 100 days of DOGE have revealed a tumultuous start to a controversial initiative that has yet to deliver on its ambitious promises. As the administration continues to grapple with its approach to government efficiency, the outcomes of its policies will likely be scrutinized closely in the months to come. Future developments will undoubtedly shape the narrative surrounding government spending and efficiency as the administration attempts to navigate both fiscal responsibility and the political realities of governing. In a significant move reflecting its ambitious growth plans, Tesla has announced that it will be hiring over 1,000 workers to boost production of its semi-trucks. This initiative, reported on April 29, 2025, comes as the company seeks to ramp up its capabilities in the commercial vehicle market, a sector that has garnered increasing attention as electric vehicles (EVs) become more mainstream. The hiring spree aligns with Tesla's broader strategy to expand its manufacturing footprint, particularly as it prepares to establish a new factory in Reno, Nevada dedicated to the Semi. This facility is expected to produce around 50,000 units annually, a target that underscores the growing demand for electric commercial vehicles. The Semi has already begun to make its way into various corporate fleets, with companies like PepsiCo and Frito-Lay praising its performance in long-haul applications, including the ability to complete 1,000-mile travel days. At the ACT Expo, where Tesla shared updates about the Semi, the company revealed that its test fleet has accumulated over 7.9 million miles, showcasing its reliability and efficiency. Among the notable features highlighted was the introduction of a 25-kilowatt electric power takeoff system designed to power auxiliary functions such as refrigeration, an essential feature for companies transporting perishable goods. In a related development, Tesla's stock has recently experienced a positive trend, rising for 6 consecutive days. This upturn is partially attributed to growing investor confidence in the company's ability to deliver on its ambitious production goals. As noted by industry commentators, the company's focus on automation and robotics is seen as a critical factor, enabling it to navigate the complexities of supply chain challenges and production efficiency more effectively than competitors facing tariff-related hurdles. In the midst of these operational advancements, Tesla's leadership dynamics are also evolving. Recently, the chair of Tesla's board sold a substantial portion of her stock, raising questions about her future involvement with the company. This move, while closely watched by investors, coincides with an insider also purchasing shares for the first time in years, a decision that some analysts have found intriguing and indicative of internal confidence in the company's trajectory. Meanwhile, Tesla's performance in China continues to show promise, with vehicle registrations surging by 51% in the week ending April 27, 2025. This surge, which saw 10,300 new registrations, hints at a rebound in domestic deliveries, suggesting that Tesla is regaining momentum in a key market after a challenging start to the quarter. Moreover, recent comments from U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick indicate a favorable regulatory environment for Tesla. Vehicles manufactured with at least 85% domestic content will face zero tariffs, a threshold that Tesla's models are likely to meet. This policy could provide a competitive edge for Tesla's best-selling models, which have consistently ranked high in domestic content assessments. As Tesla continues to navigate these multifaceted developments, the company remains focused on its commitment to safety and innovation. Its recently published Vehicle Safety Report for Q1 2025 reflects that vehicles using Tesla's autopilot technology are 10 times less likely to be involved in crashes compared to the national average, reinforcing the brand's reputation for safety and reliability. Looking ahead, Tesla's strategic hiring, production ramp-up, and favorable market conditions position it well to capitalize on the growing demand for electric vehicles both in the consumer and commercial sectors. With the semi-truck production on the rise and key regulatory advantages in the U.S. market, Tesla is poised for significant growth in the coming years, potentially redefining the landscape of electric commercial transportation. In a remarkable display of technological prowess, SpaceX has successfully launched its 50th Falcon 9 rocket of 2025, deploying 23 Starlink satellites into orbit as part of the Starlink 12-10 mission. The launch, which took place on April 28 from NASA's Kennedy Space Center, highlights SpaceX's rapid pace in expanding its satellite constellation aimed at providing global high-speed internet access. The Falcon 9 rocket lifted off at 10:34 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, only hours after a similar mission from Vandenberg Space Force Base, showcasing the company's ability to execute back-to-back launches with precision. This mission was not just another routine launch, it marked a significant milestone in SpaceX's ambitious plan for satellite deployment. A new booster was utilized for this flight, either designated B-1091 or B-1094, though the exact model was not confirmed prior to liftoff. Approximately 8 minutes after the rocket's ascent, the first stage booster successfully landed on the drone ship, a short fall of gravity, achieving the 439th booster landing to date. Such accomplishments reaffirm SpaceX's commitment to reusability in spaceflight, a key factor in reducing the costs of satellite launches. As SpaceX continues to dominate the low Earth orbit satellite market, it faces increasing competition from Amazon, which recently launched its first batch of Project Kuiper satellites. On the same day as the Falcon 9 launch, Amazon's United Launch Alliance ULA Atlas V rocket carried 27 Project Kuiper satellites into orbit. These satellites are part of Amazon's strategy to establish a significant presence in the satellite internet market, currently led by SpaceX's Starlink service. There are some things you can only learn in flight, noted Rajiv Badial, vice president of Project Kuiper, emphasizing the importance of these launches for the future of the project. The urgency of this competition is underscored by the fact that SpaceX has already deployed over 8,000 Starlink satellites since its inception in 2019, with more than 7,000 currently active in orbit. Meanwhile, Amazon plans to launch over 3,200 satellites, aiming to provide affordable broadband service globally. However, the rapid proliferation of satellites has raised concerns among astronomers and environmentalists regarding light pollution and the potential for space debris collisions. While advancements in satellite technology continue to unfold, SpaceX is also facing challenges on the ground. Recently, Texas lawmakers voted against a proposal that would have granted the company greater control over public beach access near its Boca Chica launch facility. This decision comes as SpaceX seeks to incorporate the area into a municipality. A move that has faced opposition from environmental advocates worried about the impact of the company's activities on local wildlife and habitats. As SpaceX navigates these complexities while pushing forward with its ambitious space endeavors, the competition with Amazon is set to intensify. With both companies aiming to revolutionize access to satellite internet, the coming months will likely witness a flurry of developments not only in the skies but also in regulatory and environmental arenas. The race for satellite supremacy is heating up, and the outcomes of these missions will play a crucial role in shaping the future of global connectivity. In a significant turn of events, Wall Street banks have reportedly sold their final tranche of debt tied to Elon Musk's social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter. This move comes as the company grapples with a dramatic decline in its user base, particularly in the European Union, where it has lost approximately 11 million users since Musk's acquisition in 2022. The latest transparency report reveals that X now boasts only 94.8 million monthly active users in the EU, a stark contrast to the more than 100 million it had prior to Musk taking over. The decline in users is particularly concerning, as detailed in the recent Digital Services Act (DSA) report, which mandates transparency from tech companies regarding user statistics. France saw the most substantial losses, with over 2.7 million users leaving the platform, while other countries such as Poland, Germany, and Spain also experienced significant declines. This continued drop in users raises questions about the platform's appeal and viability in an increasingly competitive social media landscape. Despite these setbacks, Musk remains ambitious about X's future. Recently, he articulated a vision for the platform to evolve into a comprehensive financial services hub by 2024, likening it to an everything app that would encompass individuals' entire financial lives. "If it involves money, it'll be on our platform," Musk stated during an all-hands meeting, suggesting that X could eliminate the need for traditional banking services. The company is reportedly in the process of acquiring necessary money transmission licenses to facilitate this transformation. However, industry experts express skepticism regarding X's ability to gain user trust in the financial sector. Amy Asgerity, a partner at QED Investors, pointed out that while microtransactions and integrated payment functionalities are appealing, they must first address a fundamental question: does X even have the brand permission to get into people's wallets? Trust remains a critical obstacle, particularly as a significant portion of consumers still favor established financial institutions over tech companies for managing their finances. Musk's ambitions for X are underscored by his previous remarks about the platform's potential valuation reaching $250 billion, positioning it alongside major financial institutions. Yet analysts remain cautious. Despite a temporary spike in traffic following the 2024 U.S. presidential election, projections indicate that X will continue to struggle with user retention and revenue generation moving forward. As Wall Street banks divest from Musk's debt and X's user base dwindles, the platform's future hangs in the balance. Musk's vision of transforming X into a dominant player in the financial services industry presents both opportunities and challenges. With a market landscape that is both volatile and competitive, it remains to be seen whether X can regain the trust and engagement of its users while successfully pivoting into the financial services realm. The coming months will be crucial for the platform as it attempts to navigate these complex dynamics and redefine its role in the digital economy. In a remarkable advancement for brain-computer interface technology, Brad Smith, a 40-year-old father of 3 from Arizona living with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis (ALS), has become the third person to receive a Neuralink implant. This groundbreaking procedure has enabled him to communicate effectively by typing with his thoughts. Smith's journey, shared via social media, showcases the profound impact of this innovative technology on individuals with severe disabilities, potentially transforming their lives. Smith's diagnosis in 2020 with ALS, a progressive neurodegenerative disease that gradually robs individuals of muscle control, left him completely paralyzed and reliant on a ventilator. Prior to receiving the Neuralink implant, Smith communicated using an eye gaze control system which he described as inefficient and time-consuming. He expressed his gratitude in a post on X stating, "I am typing this with my brain. It is my primary communication." This statement shared by Elon Musk himself highlights both the personal triumph and the broader implications of Neuralink's technology. The Neuralink device, approximately 1.75 inches thick, was implanted in Smith's motor cortex, the area of the brain that governs movement. The device's 1024 tiny electrodes capture neuron firings and relay the signals to a computer, allowing Smith to control a cursor on his MacBook Pro with his thoughts. In a video he created using this interface, Smith narrated his experience using a cloned version of his voice generated from AI technology, which he lost due to his illness. "Neuralink has given me freedom, hope, and faster communication," he stated, emphasizing the newfound possibilities this technology has opened up for him. Experts in the field have praised Neuralink's capabilities. Dr. Marion Piccone, medical director at the MS Center at Holy Name Medical Center, remarked, "This is an amazing development that now the third person to use Neuralink has gained the ability with the use of AI to type with neural thoughts." She noted that this technology could offer a means for patients with quadriplegia to regain control over digital devices. However, the journey to this point has not been without challenges. The surgical process required for the Neuralink implant is performed by robots, as Musk explained that the precision and speed required for electrode implantation surpass human capabilities. "Robots will surpass good human surgeons within a few years," Musk stated, highlighting the need for technological advancements to meet the demands of such intricate procedures. The process involves inserting ultrafine flexible threads into the brain while avoiding blood vessels, making it a complex and high-stakes operation. Despite the inherent risks, including surgical infection and potential damage to brain tissue, the potential benefits are enormous. Dr. Peter Conrad, chairman of the Department of Neurosurgery at West Virginia University, called the demonstration of Neuralink's technology a remarkable demonstration of the power of AI-driven technology. He emphasized the need for broader access to such innovations, stating, "For every Brad Smith out there, there are hundreds of thousands of other disabled patients awaiting access to this technology." As Smith embarks on this new chapter of his life, he remains hopeful and committed to using his experience to help others. "I want to explain how Neuralink has impacted my life," he shared, underscoring his desire to serve as an advocate for those battling similar challenges. His case not only shines a light on the potential for brain-computer interfaces and improving communication for individuals with severe motor disabilities, but also raises questions about the future of neurotechnology in enhancing quality of life for millions. The advances made by Neuralink in the realm of brain-computer interfaces herald a new era in medical technology, where AI and neurotechnology converge to restore autonomy to individuals with debilitating conditions. As research and development continue, there is hope that innovations like Smith's will soon become accessible to a broader population, paving the way for transformative changes in healthcare and personal communication.